Alright, so what we're looking at here is an A&G Machinery Decorative Fanlite, as I believe it's called. Now this is a very interesting fan, to say the least. It's also very rare to find one working. And amazingly, this one does work. And there's not too much I know about it. I've been doing as much research as I possibly could. But pretty much this is a single speed. It goes 6.3 RPMs. And that's basically all it does, and the light does work. It's basically for decoration, I guess. It's just a decorative fan pretty much. Now these were sold, as far as I know, with either no fan speed or 7 RPM, 25 RPM, or 50 RPM. And I guess when you say 7 RPM, maybe they use different motors, I'm not sure, but this one here is 6.3 RPM. If we look at the top, you can see the motor assembly. It's just really tiny motor in here with this belt that goes along the shaft. This is the down rod here and the mount. And it literally mounts to one of those really thin light fixture brackets. That's how lightweight this thing is. So that's the top. At first I thought this was painted, but I do believe this is the original factory finish. I did end up cleaning it when I got it, but it's kind of dirty again. This thing has been hanging for over a year in the back of my garage. So when we pull the chain, this is not factory, I put this on here. This is, it's 1 speed right here. Now these things are known to fail. The motors have little tiny gears in them, and those gears are known to just get chewed up over time. But amazingly, this fan was not used a whole lot. Apparently it's been in someone's basement just sitting around for a very long time. And I think that's the only reason this thing actually still works. You can hear that noise it makes. It's a bit noisy. Second pull is the light. This thing does use an ECM motor as well. I don't know too much about that company, ECM. But it's from about the mid-70s. This specific one is. Third pull is fan and light. So as far as I know, these were popular for like amusements and like haunted houses and restaurants and all that kind of stuff. Just because, you know, it's a decoration, of course. Now, real quick, I was able to put my camera in between this assembly somewhere, and I was able to get a legible picture of the print on the motor itself, so I'm going to go ahead and show that real quick. So you can see that was the only like tag that I could find on this thing, And that was enough to show me it is an ECM motor in there. And that is 6.3 RPM. If you look very closely, you can find that. And if you notice, it also said 8/75. So I believe that means this is from August of 1975. But again, I don't really know much about anything about this fan other than what I've already said. And that's the fourth pull, which is off. So here's the top shot again. I believe this belt can be replaced with a plumbing O-ring. This one's actually in very good shape still, very flexible. The original belt was actually completely rotted, and that's the weird thing. It had a completely rotted original belt, but when I got this thing, it had a new belt that was just sitting loosely in there, which is that belt that's currently in there. So the old belt was in like a million pieces. So I basically just took that whole thing out and just hooked up this belt, which was already in there. So I find that very strange, but somebody must have had this apart before. But anyway, that's about all I got for this A&G Decorative Fanlite. And if anybody has any more information about these, please let me know, because I do want to learn more about this fan. So if anybody knows, just drop a comment or message me on Facebook. That would be a big help to me. Other than that, that is all I got for this fan.